Rising Revengeance, we are going to continue where we left off. It's 3 weeks later after we finished the first chapter.
How is it, Raiden?
So far, so good. I've got a clean visual.
A direct feed to your optic now. Yes, I should hope so, huh? I mean, how does it feel? To fly like a bird?
Like a bird strapped to a remote control rocket.
It sounds scary.
Safely, Tovarich. Just relax and enjoy the ride.
Right.
Can you hear me, Raiden?
Doctor.
Remember the two procedures to maintain your new body.
Your new body looks snazzy.
Seizing nano repair units from your foes. And two,
Absorbing their electrolytes. I got it.
yes, enemy cyborgs should provide plenty of MCFC electrolytes once you slice them open and extract their fluids.
That sounds so creepy.
I was planning on that anyway.
Oh, and their left hands, if you please.
Excuse me?
The combat data stored on holographic memory, typically located in the left hand. That data is very valuable. I am authorized to offer you upgrades and services in exchange for it.
How generous.
Ich liebe Kapitalismus. Had the war come down a few years earlier, I would have a Nobel Prize on my shelf.
There, I see land.
3 mics out, closing.
That's a big island. I should have been able to see that a while
Looks
ago.
like we don't need to worry about interceptors.
Great. Then we have time for a quick briefing.
I know you miss me, Kev, but I've been all over the materials.
That's what you said before Montenegro. Look, just humor me, buddy. Objectives, of course, are enter Abkhazia, neutralize the terrorists, and restore the rightful government, or what's left of it anyway. The president and most of the cabinet have been killed, and a military junta's been established. The terrorists brain-jacked all the high-ranking officers, and their cyborgs scattered the rank and file. The few leaders who have survived have no way of openly opposing the new regime. That's why they called us.
Andrei Dolzaev, leader of the occupation forces, an extremist linked to both the St. Petersburg massacre of 2015 and last year's terror spree in Georgia. And his arms supplier, none other than Desperado Enforcement, LLC.
Money's killers.
If we don't stop them here, they could destabilize the entire region. But our more
So is this
immediate
called
problem
Revengeance? Because
is
I'm
jet stream sand.
getting
Believe you.
getting revenge for money.
The only problem I see is that nickname.
That's a
I've
lame
got my
nickname.
enhancements this time. He won't be an issue.
He may not even be in country, but keep an eye out just in.
Oh, sorry.
Ready for insertion.
Keep an eye out was not the right word for phrase. Dude, my new body looks awesome. Oh, I love my cha-cha heels. They couldn't give me a new eye? They gave me a whole new body, but not a new eye. 'Cause that makes sense, I guess.
Raiden, you landed safely, duh? First, head inland. The waypoint is marked on your Soliton radar. Contact us on Codec if you have questions.
I'm gonna listen to the codec conversations. So I'll probably cut that out of the recording unless I find one that's pretty interesting. Because I don't want to waste everybody's time.
Raiden, we are clear on the rules of engagement, yes?
Clear enough. I can use deadly force against any hostile element. Hostile cyborgs, I can strike first.
Basically, yes. The actual rules of engagement is more specific. A long list of no's. But you have the idea.
You want to recap the highlights for me?
No weapons prohibited by international treaty. No use of force against non-combatants, especially officials or anyone with political power who may be needed for negotiations.
Makes sense.
No use of force against any unarmed hostile seeking to surrender. And no use of force against any non-cyborg combatants without prior verbal warning.
And that includes Dolzaev?
Duh, but this should not be a problem. Any non-cyborg is little threat to you, Dolzaev included. Besides, we have no signs of any non-cyborg hostiles anywhere in the area. Not even one. We think Dolzaev is working alone with Desperado here. In any case, that is the ROE. Otherwise, deadly force is authorized only in clear case of self-defense.
So basically, civilians off limits, human hostiles verbal warning, hostile cyborgs, anything goes.
Yes, this is a conventional warfare scenario, so the rules are based on the Hague Convention.
Yeah, sounds pretty standard. Still good to list out all the no-nos before things get too hairy. ROEs that only specify who you can engage require too much judgment. They make it harder to remain focused on battle.
Duh. This is why most militaries' ROEs list negatives, not positives. The few that take the other approach, I pity their soldiers the questions they face. Oh, and for our purposes, UGs are considered the same as hostile cyborgs.
Copy that.
We have no rules about property damage, but keep it minimal, yes? It just makes us look bad. Anything standing in your way, trees, streetlights, this is fine. But there's no reason to damage civilian homes, or to go snooping around in them.
Goes without saying. Kev, let's go over everything we have on Desperado.
Roger that. Let's see here. Desperado Enforcement LLC. Registered in the U.S., Delaware.
Makes sense. The U.S. doesn't regulate PMCs too closely.
Looks like almost all of their actual business is handled outside the States, though. Says here their financials are handled by a separate company based in St. Kitts and Nevis.
The preferred tax haven of megacorps everywhere.
Probably why they incorporated in Delaware in the first place. Loose tax laws. Funneling it all through the Caribbean must help with the money laundering, though. There's still a lot we don't know about them, but they've definitely been starting a lot of fires lately. They're a PMC in name only. What a name it is. Guess War Profiteers Incorporated was taken. But that's their business. In a nutshell, target war-torn nations on the road to peace. Reignite conflicts and walk off with all the cash that was earmarked for reconstruction. They also have ties to the drug trade, human trafficking.
Oh, God.
Sounds like a real class act.
No kidding. I think I'm gonna like Kevin. He sounds very sarcastic.
We've confirmed 3 key captains in Desperado. Their code names are all wind-themed. The captain presiding over this coup is called Mistral.
Cyborg?
Yep. All 3 have got custom-made bodies. Collectively, they're known as the Winds of Destruction.
The what? They all have action figures, too?
You're one to talk, Mr. Lightning Bolt.
Who told you?
Courtney. Now that sounds like an action figure.
It does.
I didn't choose it, trust me.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I doubt the Winds of Destruction picked their names either. Different cultures use language differently. Even ones with a decent command of English. As you can attest, Mr. LB.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna like him.
How we doing, Courtney?
You're looking good on our end. GPS and audio-visual feed coming in fine. Energy consumption? Check. Damage levels? Check. Blood pressure, brain waves, blood sugar? Check, check, check. All this monitoring equipment, I got a better view than if I was standing right next to you. Anyway, I'll be saving all your data automatically anytime something important happens in the field. But contact me anytime you want a manual save.
Copy
Okay.
that.
That
Good to
sounds
hear
cool.
that hasn't changed with this new body.
Yep, the basic system's exactly the same. So, did you want to save?
Sure, why not?
And save complete. Simple, huh?
Copy. And glad to hear you're okay after Africa. That ambush was no joke.
Tell me about it. 3 armored vehicles should have been plenty for that job. And it would have been against any typical guerrilla force.
I keep asking myself, Where would an anti-Imani faction get the cash to hire cyborgs?
It just doesn't add up. Maybe there's some intel I missed. A lead I should have followed up on.
Oh god, she's blaming
If I
herself.
reacted faster, coordinated better. I don't know.
You can't think that way, Courtney. Not in this business. You did everything you could. Put it behind you and move on.
You're right. Thanks. Raiden, you need to save? No? What's up?
I wanted to follow up on our talk earlier about the stress that comes with the job. PMC work can be traumatic, even for non-combatants. If the pressure ever gets to be too much, have one of the ex-military there take over. Just...
I'm not doing that, Raiden. PMCs wield massive influence over international affairs. Abolishing SOP didn't change that. They need a better understanding of what they're mixed up in. The laws, politics, local cultures. Ex-military aren't here to provide that. They can't. We need civilian voices like mine here too.
You're right. Just take care of yourself.
Don't worry. Africa was more than enough excitement for one lifetime. It's a good thing that limo was armored.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd now be the world's clumsiest cyborg.
Hey! Cyborg Courtney could have been your partner. I might have saved your ass.
Oh my god.
By spilling coffee all over the enemy?
Oh, come on. I'm not that... Oh.
Please tell me that was a joke.
Oh god. Oh god.
What's up? No? Did you need anything else?
No, guess not. Just wanted to hear the sound of your voice.
Oh god.
Oh, save it for your wife, Raiden.
Oh, that's so cute. He's married. I didn't know that. That's adorable.
So these self-repair units and the other cyborgs, they mean they can heal themselves at any time?
Indeed. It is typically a slow process, not much faster than a regular human body heals a wound.
And you didn't think it was a good idea to give me one of these things?
Certainly not. We removed all extraneous options in your case to maximize power and speed, you know.
Healing wounds is extraneous?
No
Your
kidding.
ability to absorb the nanopaste agent is far more efficient, Raiden. With it, your wounds heal almost instantly.
I know, but...
And the standard repair unit, once depleted, is nothing but an empty shell inside you. Dead weight.
I get that, Doc, but it also means I need to constantly be grabbing them out of enemies.
No, it doesn't. Don't be silly. Simply avoid taking damage and you will be fine.
Oh, that's easier said than done.
Simple.
How is your eye, Raiden?
Great. My sight's perfectly balanced between both eyes. I think my vision's improved, actually.
I'm covering the other eye.
Right. Your eye patch houses an artificial compound eye unit.
Oh.
The unit contains over 200 million solid-state image sensors, each with its own individual lens.
200 megapixels, huh? Doesn't sound like all that much.
More than sufficient for the application. A human's optic nerve has only about 1 million fibers, you know. Were we to add more sensors, your perceived vision would not improve. There's only so much modern image compression technology can do.
Huh. So I shouldn't expect any more dramatic improvements to my eyesight?
No, your brain would no longer be able to process any more visual information in real time. Still, compared to previous ACEs, yours has 1.4 times the resolution and a superior compression algorithm.
It may only result in a slight perceived change, but it could wind up making the difference during a mission.
Regrettably, I have not had enough time to develop a new eyeball unit just yet. Thus, I have cut out the ability to deploy the ACE unit separately and simply installed it on a fixed eye patch.
Works for me. If I was using an eye unit, I wouldn't see any better than a regular human.
Ah, but remember, the human eye is so much more than a simple light receptor. They play a vital role in person-to-person communication. Sooner or later, you'd miss it.
Stuff like that's important for some tasks, sure. For this op, not so much. And with less moving parts, the lower the chance of something going wrong. Besides, I like it.
Well, I'm very pleased to hear this.
I can worry about how I look after I complete the mission.
Okay, I do kind of have some problems with that, where Doc says that sooner or later you'd miss it. I've only ever had one eye and vision in that one eye. and I don't miss it. I mean, it'd be nice, but it's not anything like that I need. So I'm able to function just fine without it. The only thing is I can't go see a 3D movie. I won't be able to see the 3D effects on that, but everything else is fine.
The bastards are using stealth camo to ambush you. Nice try, but it won't do any good against a state-of-the-art cyborg like you, eh? To parry incoming hit, throw out your own barrage of light attacks while your foe is on the offensive. Right.
Oh, well,
Whenever
hello.
you engage in battle, I will designate a battle area for you. Stay within the area to avoid collateral damage.
Oh, hello. Oh, I need to get closer, I guess. Oh, interesting. That was kind of cool.
Had your fill?
With this body, I could take these guys with no eyes. Intel wasn't exaggerating on the cyborg count.
Well, you know how fast the tech's been spreading these last few years. That CNT muscle fiber packs the power of a jackhammer into every limb.
What enterprising soldier of fortune could resist? And cyborgs are still human. Real
Thinking people. Way less risk of collateral damage than your typical UAV strike.
And don't forget the PR angle. Nations start playing Frankenstein with their troops, and the public goes nuts.
PMCs, on the other hand, are off the ethical radar.
Yeah. They still don't even count PMCs in official death tolls.
Oh, that's messed up.
SOP out of the picture, private militaries needed a new edge on the market. We got it.
In a way, cyborgs are just SOP troops by another name.
Only all muscled up and less predictable.
But it makes you wonder, where'd Desperado find these guys?
I'm not complaining. They're like walking vending machines.
Right. Vending machines full of blood.
Easy there, Dracula. Like I said, they're still people.
People who terrorize and take innocent lives for money. They sowed their fate when they took this job. I'm just the Reaper.
Damn. It's a bit cold, Raiden.
Even for you. Anyway, his school. Let's get to work. Time to increase the peace.
Right.
So far, I really like Raiden. His personality kind of reminds me a lot of how I kind of see something. It's like a, I'll do the right things. Okay, I guess I can't head that way. But when it comes to pain, I don't really care.
Raiden, this is Boris. Give me your status.
Looks clear. No one in sight.
Good. Let's recap the route you will take. As I said, the enemy's HQ is in the refinery along the coastline. Dolzaev has been spotted there using satellite photography. Also on site, Mistral, a Desperado captain.
So I go through the city, cross the bridge into the old town, then head down to the rear of the refinery.
Still, I think they anticipate us. They will probably have a grand reception awaiting you at the old city. Do not let your guard down.
I wonder how I open this. That's not... Oh, I hit the box, okay. I don't see anything else here. So... Alright, here's another box. I don't know what the BP means. I don't know what that is.
Hostiles in the lower corridor, I see. Try to flank them, or approach from behind.
God, that's cool.
Excellent, Raiden.
There we go. Yeah, there's something over here. More nano paste. Okay.
Raiden, take that main thoroughfare. You can use augment mode to see where the enemy is located.
Is that a guy kneeling
your
down
body
there?
analyzes radar and IR data to construct your AR display.
I think that's a hostage.
Some civilians are still in the city. That is not good.
I wonder if I can save that civilian. Okay. Oh, I think maybe that civilian might have been killed. Oh well. Yeah, they killed him. Unfortunate, but oh well. Grenade. Wonder if there was a way I could have saved him. Ooh, okay, that's cool. Okay. I feel kind of bad for that citizen, but I don't know if I could have changed that. Oh well. Okay, I guess I can't go up there. I like how slicing them opens the box, because that makes sense. That guy totally should have hurt me, but okay. Okay. And there we go. So I cleared them out. So that about does it for this episode, I think. We'll pick it up in the next one. I'm sorry, dude. See you guys in a bit.